We're diving into an incredible coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, a 1986p Washington quarter that's worth millions. You heard that right. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned enthusiast, this coin could be a game changer. Let's explore the history, unique features, and what makes this coin so valuable. First, let's go back to 1986. This was a time when the United States Mint was producing millions of Washington quarters, specifically with the Philadelphia Mint mark, designated by the P. Now, this mint mark is located right on the front of the coin, to the right of Washington's ponytail. The Washington quarter itself has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1932, created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1986, this coin had already gone through some design updates, but its iconic look remained, a tribute to the nation's first president on the front, and an eagle with spread wings on the reverse side. Now, not all 1986p quarters are created equal. What makes some of these coins incredibly valuable are their unique errors or variations. One example that could send its value skyrocketing is a double die error, where parts of the design are duplicated due to misalignment in the minting process. Additionally, certain die cracks and off-center strikes on these quarters make them highly collectible. And in rare cases, a 1986 quarter could even feature a clad layer error, which means the outer layer of copper nickel is missing or damaged. These errors are rare, and when collectors find them, they're willing to pay top dollar. Okay, so how can a quarter, worth only 25 cents in face value, be worth millions? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can command high prices, especially if they have one of these rare errors. Another factor is provenance, a coin's history or past ownership. A well-documented, error-free 1986p quarter could sell for an impressive amount at an auction if the right collectors are involved. In recent years, some coins have sold for astronomical prices due to such unique circumstances. So, you're probably wondering, how can I find one of these rare quarters myself? First, check your change, coin jars, or old coin collections. Look for the P mint mark from Philadelphia, and then examine the coin closely under good lighting or even a magnifying glass. Pay attention to any oddities, letters that seem doubled, unusual ridges, or even discoloration could be signs of a valuable error coin. And remember, professional coin graders can confirm the value of your find, so if you think you have a valuable coin, it's worth having it appraised. Who knew that a simple 1986 quarter could be worth so much? Coin collecting is full of surprises, and the best part is you never know what treasures you might come across. If you have a 1986p Washington quarter, check it out, it could be a hidden gem. Are you holding a 1965 Washington quarter in your hand? You might want to check again. That humble quarter you thought was just worth 25 cents could actually be worth thousands, maybe even more. To understand why the 1965 quarter can be so valuable, we need to rewind a bit to the early 1960s. Up until 1964, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver. But by the mid-1960s, the demand for silver was skyrocketing. This led to a huge shortage of silver, and in 1965, the U.S. Mint made a crucial decision: quarters would no longer contain any silver. Instead, they'd be made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. And with this change, the first modern quarter was born. Show a comparison between a 1964 silver quarter and a 1965 clad quarter side by side, highlighting the metal content difference. The 1965 quarters were the first of their kind, setting a precedent that all quarters from that point on would be made with a copper-nickel mix, unless specified otherwise. Close-up shots of the edge of a 1965 quarter, highlighting the copper core. So, what makes these 1965 quarters worth so much? After all, millions were produced, and most of them are worth only their face value. But rare varieties and minting errors are where things get interesting. Show an image of a quarter with the description, look for rare errors and varieties. One of the most famous errors is the elusive 1965 silver quarter. That's right, some 1965 quarters were accidentally minted on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These coins are extremely rare and can fetch thousands, even tens of thousands, at auction. Show an example of a silver 1965 quarter and a non-silver 1965 quarter, highlighting the difference. Shots of magnifying glasses, coin microscopes, and the 1965 quarter details under magnification. Now, if you have a 1965 quarter, there are a few things you can check to see if it's one of these rare, valuable coins. First, weigh it. A standard 1965 clad quarter should weigh around 5.67 grams. But a silver quarter? It'll weigh around 6.25 grams. It's a small difference, but with the right scale, you can tell. Show someone weighing a quarter on a digital scale, with measurements showing 5.67 g and 6.25 g. Next, examine the edge. Clad quarters have a copper core, so you should see a copper line along the edge. If your quarter looks like it's solid silver with no visible copper layer, it might be worth getting it checked out by a professional. Show the edge of a standard clad quarter, then show a silver edge for comparison. Due to their rarity, these 1965 silver quarters are highly sought after by collectors. The last time one of these rare errors sold at auction, it went for over $7,000. Some of these coins have been known to sell for upwards of $10,000, depending on their condition and provenance. And it's not just the silver error variety that can be worth big money. Certain 1965 quarters with extreme condition, or even die errors, can also fetch impressive amounts. Collectors love these unique pieces of numismatic history, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. Think you have a rare 1965 quarter? The best way to confirm its value is by having it professionally graded. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin, authenticate it, and give it a grade that helps determine its market value. It's always worth having a potential treasure properly appraised. Who knows, that quarter you found in your spare change might just be a jackpot waiting to happen. So, the next time you come across a 1965 quarter, take a closer look. It might just surprise you. Be sure to like this video, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1989 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, and we'll be exploring why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a lot more than face value. Some of these coins have fetched prices that might surprise you, even going into the millions. Now, before we get into the big money, let's talk a little bit about the history of this coin and what makes it so special. The Washington quarter has a long history, dating back to 1932 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin has gone through several design changes and material compositions over the years, and in 1989, the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of these quarters with the familiar P Mint mark. The 1989 quarter has a portrait of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, there's the iconic bald eagle with spread wings, a design we all know and love. What you may not know, however, is that some of these coins have unique features and errors that could make them extremely valuable to collectors. Alright, so what makes this 1989 quarter potentially worth so much? For one, the rarity of certain varieties or error coins can drive prices sky high. Let's take a look at a few factors that influence the value of these coins. First, we have errors, small mistakes that occurred during the minting process. These might include things like double die errors, where certain parts of the design are imprinted twice, or misstrikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned in the minting machine. Coins with unique errors can be extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay big bucks for them. Then, there's condition. Coins in near-perfect condition are graded as MS, or mint state, and can fetch much higher prices than coins that have been circulated. If you have a 1989 P quarter that's in pristine condition, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. So, how much could these coins actually be worth? Well, there are some rare varieties of the 1989 quarter that have sold for thousands, and even millions, at auction. One particularly rare error coin, graded at the highest level, once went for an astounding amount because of its unique characteristics and near-perfect condition. While not every 1989 quarter is worth millions, some collectors have reported values reaching high into the thousands, especially for those with rare errors or that elusive, perfect grade status. If you want to see if you have a valuable 1989 quarter, grab a magnifying glass and inspect it closely. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other unique features. If you think you've got something special, it might be worth having it evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. For those of you looking to buy or sell rare coins, auction sites like Heritage Auctions or even eBay can give you an idea of what people are willing to pay for high-grade or error coins. Keep in mind that prices can vary widely based on demand, rarity, and the coin's condition. That wraps up our look at the 1989 Washington quarter. Who knew that a simple quarter could hold such incredible value? If you found this video helpful or you love learning about rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin-related content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. And remember, keep an eye on those loose coins, you might just find a hidden treasure. We're uncovering the fascinating history and hidden treasures behind the 1994 Washington quarter dollar coin. If you have one of these in your pocket change, you might just be holding a rare and valuable piece of history worth millions. Let's start with a little background. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally minted to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But by 1994, the quarter had taken on a whole new role in American culture, representing both a piece of history and, for some, a small investment. This particular quarter was minted in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the D mint mark right below Washington's neck. What makes this quarter so special? The 1994 Washington quarter is not rare in terms of production numbers, over 1 billion quarters were minted that year. However, collectors are always on the lookout for unique characteristics. Certain factors, like rare errors, high-grade mint state condition, or unusual die varieties, can dramatically increase the value of these coins. Now, let's dive into why the 1994 quarter might be worth millions. While it's unlikely that a typical quarter from 1994 would fetch such a high price, rare coins have been known to surprise collectors at auction. A similar phenomenon happened with other coins like the 1932 Washington quarter and certain Lincoln pennies. If a 1994 quarter has a significant mint error, such as a doubled die or unique flaw, collectors will pay big money. The highest quality, professionally graded specimens can fetch a fortune. So, how do you know if your 1994 quarter is a treasure? Start by checking the coin for any visible errors. Look for signs of a doubled die, where certain details are doubled, such as the text or Washington's profile. Also, check for die cracks, especially around the edges. If you find anything unusual, it's worth taking the coin to a professional grader for verification. If you think you've struck gold with your 1994 quarter, the next step is to get it professionally appraised. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC offer authentication and grading services, providing a quality certification that collectors trust. A coin in perfect mint state can multiply its value tenfold, maybe even more if it has a unique error. And there you have it. While not every 1994 quarter is worth millions, you never know until you take a closer look. Who knows? The next time you're going through your change, you might just uncover a small fortune. So, go ahead and check your coins, you could be sitting on a piece of history worth millions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on more rare coin finds. Logo animation and subscribe button pop up, with a prompt to watch another video on rare quarters. We'll dive into the history of this coin and explore why some of these quarters could be valued at millions of dollars. Let's start with a quick history lesson on the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter design was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, this quarter has become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. In 1998, quarters were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The D mint mark on this coin signifies it was minted in Denver. The 1998 D Washington quarter features the classic design elements that were used for nearly 7 decades. The obverse shows the familiar portrait of George Washington, and the reverse depicts an eagle with outstretched wings. While most 1998 D quarters were circulated and are quite common, a few rare examples have captured collectors' attention, potentially making them worth millions. So, why could this quarter be worth so much? The answer lies in a few key factors. First, the condition. Some of these quarters are graded in perfect mint state 70, which is extremely rare. Additionally, certain error varieties like off-centers, double dies, and even some that accidentally received unique finishes during the minting process can dramatically increase the value. In recent years, we've seen high-grade and error quarters like these sell for hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million. Coins with rare errors, combined with the rising demand among collectors, have transformed these pieces from pocket change into auction house sensations. And while a standard 1998 D quarter in circulated condition won't make you a millionaire, finding one with these unique characteristics just might. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable quarters? Start by looking for pristine condition coins, free of scratches or wear. Next, check for error varieties by examining the details closely. For instance, a double die on either the obverse or reverse could dramatically increase its worth. You might even consider having your quarter professionally graded to find out its true value. The thrill of coin collecting is that you never know what hidden treasures might be out there. Who knows? That spare change in your pocket could be your ticket to a fortune. So next time you come across a quarter, take a moment to examine it. You might just have a millionaire's coin in your hand. We're spotlighting a coin you might just have sitting around in your pocket change, a 2002 P mint mark $quarter coin. But hold on. Did you know that some of these coins could be worth a small fortune? Let's uncover why this coin might just be worth millions. The 2002 $quarter coins are part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each year, the Mint released 5 new designs to celebrate the unique histories and cultures of U.S. states. In 2002, 5 different state quarters were minted, including designs for Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. But here's the thing, among these designs, the quarters minted in Philadelphia carry the P mint mark, and that's what we're focusing on today. Not only do these quarters commemorate states, but a few coins from this year were also minted with unique characteristics, potentially making them highly valuable. Now, you might be wondering, what sets these 2002 P quarters apart from other quarters? Well, like many coins, errors or unique characteristics can skyrocket their value. In the case of the 2002 P quarter, certain coins were found with fascinating die errors and striking anomalies. These could include double strikes, die cracks, or misalignments, which are rare and highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, the condition of the coin is crucial. Uncirculated 2002 P quarters, especially those graded by professional grading services, are worth significantly more. Coins graded as MS-68 or higher by the professional coin grading service can command an impressive premium. So, let's get down to the big question. How much could a 2002 P $quarter be worth? If you've got one with a high-grade error, these can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. The most valuable ones, with extremely rare error types, could even be worth millions if the right collector is willing to pay. In recent years, collectors have paid astronomical prices for coins like these due to their rarity and the sheer novelty of finding an error in such a well-circulated coin. As the market continues to grow, more collectors are getting interested in coins from this era, especially the 2002 P quarters. Now, if you have a 2002p quarter lying around, you might be tempted to check it out for yourself. Here are a few tips to identify whether you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Look closely at the coin for any doubling, die cracks, or misstrikes. The better the condition, the higher the value. Try to avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its worth. For coins you believe may be worth a lot, consider having them graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assess the coin's condition and verify any unique features, which can significantly increase its value to collectors. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating history and potential value of the 2008p mint mark $quarter coin, one that could be worth millions. So, let's start with a bit of background. The 2008 $quarter is part of the highly popular 50-state quarters program. This series was launched by the U.S. Mint back in 1999 and ran until 2008, with each year representing a selection of states. Each state got its own unique design on the quarter's reverse side, celebrating its heritage, culture, and significant landmarks. In 2008, the final year of the series, the quarters showcased the states of Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, Alaska, and Hawaii. What makes the 2008p mint mark quarters so interesting is that they were among the last of the entire series. The coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P mint mark, and had a mintage of millions. But here's the kicker: while most 2008p quarters are common, certain versions can be extremely valuable due to unique factors. Now, you might be asking, what makes some of these quarters worth so much? Well, that's where things get exciting. The 2008p quarters with certain rare errors or high-grade conditions have caught the eyes of collectors around the world. Look out for doubled dies misstrikes, or even planchet errors which can significantly boost a coin's value. Also, if you find a 2008p quarter in MS68 or higher, you're looking at a potentially valuable find. Coins in mint state, particularly in MS68 or above, are rare to come by and can drive the value up to thousands, if not millions, depending on their condition and collector demand. Let's talk about the market. Certain 2008p quarters have gone on to fetch astonishing prices at auction. Coins with prominent errors or top-notch grades have sold for hundreds of thousands, and in very rare cases, have been listed for over $1 million. These coins are typically certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The key takeaway here is that if you have a 2008p quarter, especially in great condition, it's worth having it checked out by a professional. Who knows, you might be holding on to a literal jackpot. The closer it is to mint state, the more valuable it can be. Look closely for any doubling, rim issues, or unusual markings. If you think your coin might be a rare find, consider sending it in for professional grading. Professional grading not only confirms the authenticity and quality but can also make a huge difference if you decide to sell. And there you have it, folks. The 2008p mint mark $quarter coin could be a hidden gem worth millions. So, next time you come across one, don't dismiss it too quickly. We're diving into the story behind a coin that's not just a piece of change, it could be worth a fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 2014p mint mark $quarter. Is it truly worth millions? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the basics of this coin. The 2014 $quarter is part of the United States Mint's America the Beautiful series, which features designs showcasing national parks and landmarks. The coin we're spotlighting today is minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries the P mint mark. This series started in 2010, with 5 new designs released each year, and 2014 had a particularly unique lineup of designs. These 2014 quarters feature iconic American landscapes. They're all beautiful in their own right, but the one with the Philadelphia P mint mark can sometimes be more than a collector's item. This is where things get interesting. Each quarter in the America the Beautiful series is intricately designed, showcasing the natural beauty of the location it represents. The engravings on these quarters aren't just works of art, they're stories on metal, capturing a little piece of each park or landmark. For instance, the Arches quarter depicts the iconic Delicate Arch, a symbol of Utah's unique natural landscape. Now, you might be wondering, why is this quarter worth so much? While most 2014 quarters are worth only their face value, there are certain rare varieties and minting errors that make some coins incredibly valuable. Here's what you should be looking for in a 2014 P Mint Mark quarter. Key factors that can boost a coin's value include mint errors, high grades, and unique characteristics. Some 2014 P quarters have been found with prominent minting errors, like die cracks or double die errors. These are mistakes made during the minting process, and collectors are willing to pay high premiums for these rarities. One of the biggest factors in determining a coin's value is its grade. The highest possible grade a coin can receive is MS70, which means it's in flawless condition. If you come across a 2014 P quarter in near-perfect condition, especially one with a mint error, you could be looking at a seriously valuable coin. In fact, one of these quarters, if rare enough, could fetch thousands or even millions under the right circumstances. For example, quarters in grades MS68 or higher are already considered extremely rare, but if yours is a mint error coin, the value could skyrocket. So, what should you look for in your 2014 P quarters? Start by checking the details. Look for any signs of doubling on the letters or designs, which indicates a double die error. Examine the edges for any unusual patterns. And of course, pay close attention to the grade. The fewer marks, the better. If you spot any irregularities, it could mean you're holding on to something special. It's worth having any unusual 2014 P quarters professionally graded by companies like NGC or PCGS to confirm their value. There have been cases where error coins and high-grade quarters from the America the Beautiful series have fetched impressive sums at auction. Although it's rare for a quarter to reach the $1 million mark, we've seen unique coins sell for hundreds of thousands. And who knows? If you've got the right combination of rarity and error, yours could be one of those standout pieces. So, there you have it, the story of the 2014 P Mint Mark quarter, a coin that might be worth checking your pocket change for. Remember, it's all about those unique features and the condition of the coin. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare or valuable coin. Who knows? Your next quarter could be worth a fortune. We're diving into the world of the 2016 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin, a modern coin that some collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. So, what's so special about this coin? Let's find out. First, let's talk about where this coin came from. In 2016, the United States Mint released a series of quarters featuring iconic designs from America's national parks and historical sites. These were part of the popular America the Beautiful series, which started in 2010. The coin we're looking at today was minted in Philadelphia, marked by the P you'll see just above George Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. This mint mark signifies that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for making our coins. But why does a 2016 quarter, something so recent, have collectors buzzing? Well, it's all about those rare errors and high-grade specimens. Not all quarters are created equal. In fact, there are a few special factors that can turn this everyday coin into a collector's dream. First up, let's talk about error coins. The 2016 P quarter is known to have some interesting errors that have caught the eye of serious collectors. These errors might include things like double die strikes, off-center strikes, and even some rare die cracks. And then there are the high-grade coins. The value of any coin skyrockets if it's in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, and graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. If you're lucky enough to find a 2016 P quarter graded at MS68 or higher, you could be sitting on a potential goldmine. Okay, so you might be wondering, can a 2016 quarter really be worth millions of dollars? Yes, and here's how. Rarity combined with demand is the ultimate formula for value. If you have a coin with a rare minting error that's also in pristine condition, it becomes an extremely desirable collector's item. These coins are rare, and when they come up for sale, serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. Some quarters have even been auctioned for jaw-dropping prices due to these factors. While it's not common for a 2016 P quarter to fetch $1 million price tag, the rarest, most pristine examples could easily command tens of thousands, or even more if the right collector is involved. So, how can you tell if your 2016 P quarter is special? Start by examining your coin under a magnifying glass or a loupe. Look for any unusual markings, doubling, or misalignment. Then, if it looks like you might have something unique, consider having it professionally graded. Even small imperfections can add big bucks to its value. And hey, you never know. That simple quarter in your change could be the next big find worth thousands, or maybe even millions. We're talking about the 2017 P Washington quarter, an unlikely coin that holds hidden secrets and potential for a huge payday. Let's dive into the story behind this rare and valuable coin. The Washington quarter is a staple of American currency, but what makes the 2017 P Mint Mark coin so special? First, let's start with some background. The P on this quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where it was produced. While Philadelphia has been striking coins for centuries, the 2017 Washington quarter holds a unique place in its history. It was part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, celebrating U.S. national parks and historic sites. The 2017 P Washington quarter commemorated sites like the Ellis Island in New Jersey, Frederick Douglass in Washington, D.C., and Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri. It was also the first quarter with a P Mint mark struck for general circulation. This detail makes it highly collectible, especially if you find one in pristine condition. Now, you might be wondering, how could a quarter minted just a few years ago be worth so much? For a coin like this to reach sky-high values, there are usually a few factors at play. One major factor is condition. Coins that have managed to remain untouched and unblemished can be graded as MS-70 or perfect condition, and these can fetch extraordinary prices in the collector market. And there's something else special about the 2017 P. Several instances of the 2017 P Washington quarter have appeared in online auctions, and with a surprising twist. Certain variations, like those with a rare mint error, such as a double die or off-center strike, have been listed for astronomical prices. Coins with unique minting errors are always highly prized by collectors, and that's where the potential for millions of dollars comes in. For coin collectors, a unique mint error or a high-grade 2017 P Washington quarter could be like winning the lottery. The Philadelphia Mint typically produces coins with a high degree of accuracy, so when an error does slip through, it becomes a valuable rarity. So, how can you tell if your quarter is one of these rare finds? Keep an eye out for telltale signs like doubling on the lettering or imagery, a noticeable misalignment, or even an unusual texture on the surface. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for any coin that deviates from the norm. The 2017 P Washington quarter is more than just a coin. It's a piece of U.S. history and represents a unique era in the country's minting practices. This series of quarters served as a bridge to the past while also celebrating the beauty and heritage of the United States. And for collectors, it's not just about the money, it's about owning a piece of that legacy. Now, if you've got a handful of quarters at home, take a closer look. You might just have a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Make sure to check for that 2017 P Mint mark, inspect the details, and if you find anything unusual, get it appraised. Who knows, you could be the next big story in the world of rare coin collectors. Like and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Share this video if you know someone who needs to check their change.